Hello everybody, this is Moltrap, and I'm doing another game from the MST Group 5, and this is part of the MSL Survivor Tournament, MST, and I said in Game 1, if you haven't seen Game 1, you might want to go watch that, although you can technically kind of watch Game 2 before Game 1 if you wanted to. After that, you kind of have to watch it in order, though, if you want it to not be spoiled. Anyway, let me basically explain how it works. There's two games, there's 4 players. Two players play each other. For instance, C and Shuttle, maybe, might play each other. And, sorry, I was thinking about whether or not I should spoil that game. I guess I won't. I might as well not spoil it. So, but anyway, C and Shuttle played. And, so the winner of that match is going to go on to the winner's match. And the loser of that match is going to go on to the loser's match. Actually, I am going to spoil it, because that'll make it easier for me to talk about it. So I'm sorry, go watch game 1 first. Okay, so C won the game. Okay, so he's going to go on to the winner's match. Shuttle lost, he's going to go to the loser's match. Now you have the other 2 players in the group, they also play. UpMagic versus Great is this matchup right here. I'm going to talk about them more in a minute. So let's say that UpMagic wins, which is what I'm hoping for. He will then be going on to the winner's match, and Great will lose, and Great will go to the loser's match. Okay, so now you've got the 2 winners are playing against each other, and that's what's called the winner's match. And the 2 losers of the first matches are playing in the loser's match, is what it's called. And it's basically a double elimination thing, so you have to lose twice to get out of the group. Okay, so if that's why you have to go to the loser's match. Both of the players who have lost play against each other, so whichever one of them loses is out, because then they've lost twice, and they're out of the group, out of the MSL. Whichever one of the winners of the winner's match, whichever one of the winners of the loser's match, okay, forget the last 10 seconds. I'm trying not to confuse you, okay? So you've got the winners play each other, the losers play each other, okay? The losers match, the winner of that goes on to the final match, okay? And you've got the winner's match, and the loser of that goes to the final match. So, imagine it almost like an up and down thing. If you win your first game, you go up, and if you go to the winner's match, and if you lose, you go back down to the final match. And then if you win the final match, you go back up and you're qualified, if that makes any sense. Hopefully I'm explaining it decently at all. But yeah, so yeah, then the loser of the loser's match goes on. Now the winner of the winner's match, they automatically qualify. But because the loser of the winner's match has only lost once, that's why they go back to the final match to determine who actually wins and goes on. Because then you'll have 2 players playing that have each won a game and lost a game, and then you'll be able to determine which one of them ends up losing twice, basically. So that's how it works. So there's 5 games in each matchup, in each group rather, and 2 advance out of the 4 players. Okay, that's enough of that. Great versus UpMagic. Now Great is kind of an interesting player. He's been doing decently well lately. He's not a superstar yet, but he has some potential. I completely honest, I haven't seen a lot of his games, so I don't know exactly what his playstyle is like that much. He hasn't played a lot of games with Car-Y, but what is this? We got a factory going down for UpMagic. UpMagic, I love UpMagic. He's my favorite player. I'm going to talk about him first real quick in case I don't have time to talk about Great. But yeah, UpMagic is a friggin' genius. I've actually had the pleasure of talking with Daniel Lee, the former head coach of Eastro, and he basically said, UpMagic could have been a lawyer if he wanted to, or he could be a lawyer if he wanted to, because he's so smart. And it shows in his play so much. He is probably, and I don't think that this is an exaggeration, he's probably the most creative player in StarCraft right now. Maybe if you look at the grand scheme of things, Boxer might technically be more creative in some ways, but UpMagic almost always has something unique to throw out there, and he just has such cool builds, and he has these strange things that he tries to make work. And now you see him putting a machine shop down here on his new factory. This is so, and it's been scouted. It's been completely scouted by Great. So Great knows that a factory is coming. He's probably going to expect vultures and get a sunken on at his natural expansion or something like that. Maybe even get some hydralisks. But I wouldn't be surprised if UpMagic has something even crazier worked out here. I'm not sure. He's upgrading something at his machine shop, so you know it's probably like mines or speed for the vultures. Actually, he could just be going for something like that, but we'll have to see what else he does. He's landed his barracks back again at the front door. This could just be a way of him to block, just kind of distract while he get while he gets an expansion up. So this is really actually a good move by UpMagic. He's going to be able to use this vulture and probably a few other vultures to get some mines out and just be a complete distraction while he gets an expansion up. And he's going to hopefully be able to do some harassment. That Sunken is up at Great's front door. So UpMagic can't really just run right in until, if he has a few vultures, he might be able to run past it and lose maybe one vulture or just take a hit or two from that Sunken colony before getting in there. And let's see what he's building now. Second factory going down for UpMagic. Wow, so he is really committed to a mech build, actually. Oh, and he thought he was going to get away with it, but Great actually is going to sacrifice an Overlord to run in and see. He's not going to see the factory yet, but he does see that UpMagic is mining gas, so he's going to know that something is up there. This could be very, very bad for UpMagic, actually, now that he's been spotted. Oh, the second factory gets spotted as well. So, Great is going to be able to respond to this very easily, because before, his scout got killed off after he left and saw that first factory, so he didn't know if it was just a single, and he had one SCV on gas, so Great did not know if it was, and maybe he might even see the expansion now while he sees the SCVs going, so he knows there's expansion, unless he thinks he's being SCV rushed. But anyway, yeah, so before he had only seen that one factory, so he didn't know exactly if it was just a harassment and he was going to go into Medic Marines, or if he was going to try and go into Valkyries or something like that, do the fantasy build. But now he knows that it's a two-factory thing, and he's just going to go for mech. And so it's going to be Hydras versus mech at the moment. And depending on how that plays out, Terrans can achieve a lot with just mech if they do it right. If you have the right amount of tanks, if you can get siege tech up. Oh! Watch out, UpMagic! Get your vultures out of there! Anyways, there's the mine upgrade. So there is an Overlord in the vicinity, actually. He's going to be able to spot those mines. But he's not going to be able to have those Overlords all over the place. He doesn't have the speed upgrade. So if he runs into a minefield with those units, that could be real trouble. And there's a mine right there! There's my the Overlord is in range! The Ling gets sacrificed to the mine, it looks like. And there's more mines in the area, but the Overlord is in the area, so it looks like he's going to just slow creep up with this Overlord, and he's not going to try to... Oh! There's some Hydras go down, some others take damage. A couple of the Hydras are really... Oh my god! Oh, that mine destroyed everything! Oh my god, that was the mine of the century. And now this Marine's going to just